today's busy world, it's sometimes hard to find the time to stay connected with our community. But since the time of horse-drawn carriages, there has been one place that has been bringing people together: the 6 Mile Pub.
Both rural and urban pubs were often informal labor exchanges where people could go and find casual laborers for the day. You'll also find that they often acted as informal post offices, and men would have their mail sent to the local saloon and often had the letters read to them because some men were illiterate. The saloons provided all sorts of social interaction and games ranging from pool to pugilistic matches to literary evening to rat-killing competitions. You brought your ratter to the saloon, a ring was set up on the floor, a required number of rats, usually a dozen, were released. The dog was put into the ring, and the dog that could kill 12 rats in the quickest time won the silver collar.
So it's obvious that back then a pub such as the 6 Mile was pretty important to the community. Over the years, it's changed hands many times, and there's at least one man who feels that the traditional role of the pub should carry on.
And so this was it. In 1855, the oldest pub in BC, this was the first pub. So we're in a movement to go back to those roots, to being the heart of the community. This is where we want people to come to, where to meet up with friends, to share news about their lives, to be the place that will look after the community in the time of need.
There's some debate whether the 6 Mile is the oldest pub in BC, but it's certainly seen its share of history.
One William Richard Parsons is named as one of the first pub owners when they actually say a pub. I cannot find that in any of the searches that I have done, but I do find him owning a very large farm. In fact, he owned a large farm and another piece of property, and there's no doubt that he was there on the site with a farmhouse. But out of his farmhouse, he was, to put it in today's terms, bootlegging. Because you were selling without a license doesn't make you an established pub. He sold by auction that particular piece of property with all the buildings and the farmhouse on it in 1862.
So it seems the development of modern society has changed the role of these historic pubs, but at least one owner feels differently about his establishment.